Tonight on Newscenter, student government holds a debate, the football team prepares for their spring game, and the Cal High baseball team shoots for the stars. All these stories and more next on Newscenter.
Good evening and welcome to Cutv Newscenter for the week of April 23rd, 2015. I'm Zach Prosba.
And I'm Santina Murin.
Earlier this morning, CalU students gathered together to hold the 6th annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event, an event helping to raise awareness for domestic violence. Many CalU gentlemen stood up for the cause and proved they were man enough to put on the high heels and walk from Steele Hall to the Booker Towers. For more info on how you can help end domestic violence, visit the End Violence Center in Carter Hall.
This past Monday in the Performance Center of the Student Union, candidates for student government, president, vice president, and secretary had a chance to debate why they should be elected. Anthony D'Agostino was on hand for the event.
The Vulcan Theater is home to student government meetings every Monday at 4:15 p.m. However, this Monday was very different than most Mondays. This Monday, the Vulcan Theater was home to the 2015-2016 student government debate for the 2015-2016 student government elections. This debate was the first debate in many years, so I asked the Director of Student Activities and the Advisor for the Student Government Association, Missy Dunn, what sparked this debate.
Well, actually, we've been wanting to do this for a really long time, but we haven't been fortunate enough to have more than one candidate run for president, and really the presidential spot is what sparked the debate. I've been advising for 5 years, and this is the first time that I've had a presidential spot be contested. So every year it comes up, Cal Campaign Consultants asks us if we can do a debate, but there's nobody to debate, and so that's why we did it this year.
The debate was moderated by the Cal Campaign Consultants. Missy gave me some information about this club.
Yes, they are an organization on the campus. Dr. Mel Blumberg, who runs the American Democracy Project, is their advisor. And so they get to do a number of different things. As a matter of fact, they had a workshop today, and they have some nationally known speakers coming in. And so it was great for them to be able to join us today.
Because this was the first debate in a long time, I asked Missy how she thought it went and if there will be any more debates in the near future.
Yeah, I think today's debate went amazing. I give a lot of credit to the students because not only did they have to sell themselves, but they had to ask questions that they had no idea what type of questions were coming. And so they really had to think on their feet. And I think that all of the candidates, did an amazing job. And I do think that now that we have one under our belt, we will have the opportunity to do this for additional activities, for things that go on campus. We did some live streaming through Twitter, through the Periscope app with the Mac Lab. CUTV filmed it. And so I think now that more people see that these are the types of things that we can do, that we would definitely be able to do it again in the future.
After the debate, students had a chance to vote for who they wanted on the executive board. The votes were tallied, and the results are: Recording Secretary, Shayna Hilsey; Corresponding Secretary, Kelsey DiNardo; Financial Secretary, Jessica Curry; Vice President, Justin DePerna; and Brendan Gary was re-elected for a second term as Student Government President. For CUTV News Center, I'm Anthony D'Agostino.
A Michigan woman has been sentenced to 3 to 7 years of prison after firing a gun into a McDonald's. The suspect in the case, Shanika Monique Torres, twice received a baconless bacon cheeseburger and returned to show her displeasure with a loaded gun. Torres was officially convicted of carrying a concealed weapon, discharging a firearm into a building, and felony use of a firearm. No injuries were reported at the McDonald's.
If you're feeling stressed about getting everything finished before the end of the semester, make sure to attend the library Stress Relief Day, primarily focusing on helping everyone with all of those nerves. Stress Relief Day is on Tuesday, April 28th, with many events taking place from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., including free massages. On the same day, from 7 to 9 p.m., there will also be therapy dogs to help manage some of that stress. The 27th Annual Undergraduate Women's Leadership Institute is Saturday, June 6th until Wednesday, June 10th at McKeever Environmental Learning Center in Sandy Lake, PA. 2 female undergraduate students will be selected to attend. The expenses for the room, board, and educational materials will be covered by the Office of Student Affairs. If you're interested, the application can be found on the Women's Center OrgSync page.
Calbuco volcano in Chile has erupted twice in a span of 24 hours, causing a mass evacuation from popular tourist sites Puerto Montt and Puerto Varas in southern Chile. Nearly 1,500 civilians were evacuated after the eruption, which was the first full eruption since 1962. Calbuco also had a slight eruption in 1972 and set off smoke in 1996. Calbuco is considered to be one of the top 3 most dangerous volcanoes among Chile's 90+ in the country.
The Ceramics Club is hosting a student pottery sale on campus across from Heron Hall in the Quad. You can go purchase pots on Monday, April 27th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Tuesday, April 28th and Wednesday, April 29th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Keep in mind that Mother's Day is coming up and that could be a great present.
This week in the Cal Times, be sure to check out a story on the big event, a review of the recent space-themed art show, and an update on the Vulcan softball team. So, Santina, today, as I mentioned before, earlier this morning, the Walk a Mile event, the 6th annual Walk a Mile event took place. I know you actually helped be part of it, and you work for the End Violence Center. So what did you do, and what does it mean to you to be able to help with that?
Right. Well, I do work for the End Violence Center, and it's something that I've quickly learned how passionate I am about all the different events that we do and the reasons behind the events that we do. And today in particular was absolutely a wonderful event to see the men on our campus willing to literally put on women's shoes and walk a mile to show, their support and take a stand for, what the cause represents, and that's violent, taking the stand to show violence against women.
Yeah, you hate to say that an event that was domestic violence started all of the cause in the recent years with the NFL and such, and more publicity about this, but it's a great cause, and to see Cal U's been doing this for 6 years now shows they're at the forefront of trying to stop this as well. And coming up after the break, Damon Matson has your weather forecast. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to the Cal U Weather Center. I'm student meteorologist Damon Matson. Let's take a look at your weather headlines for this week. We had quite a bit of rain early on in the week, bringing those April showers that we come to expect this time of year. We also, though, had below average temperatures carrying over into today and tomorrow. It's going to be pretty cold as we move along, but are we going to see more of the same, or are we going to see it turn into some sunny weather and warmer temperatures? I'll have your full forecast after the break.
The Multimedia Access Center is an open lab where California University students can work on an assignment, attend a workshop, print a document for class, or take advantage of a variety of services such as large format printing, web development, and graphic design. Located in the renovated Natali Student Center across from the student bookstore, the Mac Lab is also your home for OrgSync support and services. For hours of operation or for more information, stop by the Mac Lab, visit our website, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter. For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV Newscenter provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Hello and welcome back up to the Cal U Weather Center. I'm student meteorologist Damon Matson. Let's take a look at your full forecast for this week. Looking at the almanac from yesterday, we saw that high temperature definitely quite a bit below average, as we saw 51 degrees. Our average is around 62. Low temperatures relatively the same, right around average in the high 30s. And we saw quite a bit of rainfall yesterday as rain was moving throughout the area, almost 4/10 of an inch of rain, and that's been the theme that we've seen throughout the week. Local temperatures look like this. We see a temperature right now in DuBois at 33, Meadville at 30, but staying around in our area right now, we're seeing 41 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Wheeling, and 44 in Morgantown. So we're staying a little bit warmer as we stay down to our area towards the south. 24-hour temperature change, we're seeing those cooler temperatures, especially down into the southeast. Martinsburg, 16 degrees colder than yesterday, and Meadville, 10 degrees colder. But through our area, mostly maybe a little bit of a warm up. As you can see, Morgantown, 6 degrees warmer, but otherwise we're staying right where we were this time yesterday. National temperature picture looks like this as well throughout the Northeast and in the upper Midwest. We're seeing temperatures in the 40s and 30s, 41 in Pittsburgh, 30 in International Falls. Out towards the Mountain West, though, we're seeing the temperatures increase just a little bit. Omaha at 47, Denver at 52, and of course in the Southeast, Atlanta is at 60, Miami at 83. They're always staying warm this time of year. 24-hour temperature change then, we see that warmer air again out in the Midwest. We're seeing that temperature starting to increase. Denver, 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. Omaha, 8 degrees warmer. And then, of course, for our area, Pittsburgh, a little bit warmer as well, but Toronto, 9 degrees cooler, so a little bit cooler air here in the Northeast. National radar picture, we're seeing a small system in the Midwest that could affect us later on in the week, but the one that we're focusing on is this system right here that's circulating throughout the area, and it's actually bringing a few snow showers to the upper and middle parts of the state, even into upstate New York a little bit, as we're seeing those temperatures below freezing to start the day today. But for our area, so far we're staying relatively dry. A few showers kicking into the northern parts just above Pittsburgh and into Johnstown, but luckily the snow showers are going to stay just out of our area, so we won't see any of that white stuff here today. Futurecast looks like this. We're going to put this into motion as we see Thursday on into Friday. We're going to see dry weather moving in to start the weekend on Friday, but then we're going to see a small system move into the area Saturday morning on into Saturday night. That could bring with it a few showers, but overall, we're going to see it pretty much dry out Sunday on into Monday with increase in temperature, which is something I'm sure that we've been waiting to see for quite a while. The rest of your forecast looks like this today. We're going to see those clouds hang around. Those mostly cloudy skies will hang around for the day with a high of around 48 degrees tonight. It could drop down below freezing as we're possibly going to see a low temperature of around 30 with a possible few scattered showers, especially early on in the evening. And then tomorrow we'll finally see that sun return to the area and temperatures are going to warm up quite a bit actually compared to what it's been like with a high of around 54 degrees. And then looking for the rest of your 5-day Calcast. Again, Saturday we'll see those clouds move back into the area with a few scattered showers around, but nothing too severe. Temperatures back up to the mid-50s. And then Sunday, we're going to see pretty sunny skies, high of around almost 60 degrees, and that trend will continue Monday on into Tuesday. The clouds might increase a little bit, but overall we're going to see temperatures finally get back to and hover around 60 degrees. I'm student meteorologist Damon Matson. That was your full forecast for this week. We'll send it back to the desk.
So, Santina, looks like cold temperatures are coming back. After last week, I just said that maybe the warm temperatures are going to gradually come in. There was even reports of snow and some ice in Pittsburgh yesterday. So, the weather, again, is fooling us this year.
I just think it's so ridiculous, and especially me, I just was in Mexico, and now coming back to this, I was hoping to at least have some spring weather, like at least a little sun. No, it's windy, it's cold, it's almost snowing apparently. I don't know. I just can't.
Yeah, I know up at Vulcan Village, they just opened the pool, but there's no sense of opening it anymore. If it's going to be that cold, you're not going to want to go to the pool.
Right, no one's going to swim.
Hopefully it gets warmer as summer comes around.
Hopefully. And when we come back, Haley Ataro has your entertainment report. Stay tuned.
Stay connected with CUTV. Subscribe to us on YouTube for new videos. Follow us on Twitter for status updates. Like us on Facebook for updates, videos, and more. CUTV social media. Get connected, stay connected.
One decision, endless possibilities. California University of Pennsylvania opens your mind to more than 130 programs of study. Programs that matter to education, to healthcare, to technology, to the future of our world. California University of Pennsylvania, because the world is waiting for you.
Visit or apply online. calu.edu.
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Haley Ataro with your entertainment report. The internet is a wild and crazy place, and each week there are a few stories that need to be brought to the masses. Mike Mays is here to tell you about a few things he found online.
Hi, my name is Mike Mays. My friends consider me an expert on finding strange and little weird things online. So here are 3 things I found online this week. A 120-pound mom set the competitive eating record when she ate 3 large steak dinners plus sides in under 20 minutes. She beat 2 former Texas football players. Thousands of people are joining the Church of Bacon, prophets who spread the word of the bacon god. They have over 4,000 members and continuing to grow. Deep Zone Project is a Bulgarian music duo who has made a Star Wars dance-off music video. So there you have it, my 3 things I found online for this week. If you guys find anything, let us know. For CUTV News Center, I'm Mike Mays.
This week in pop culture, Robert Downey Jr. got up and walked off set during an interview when a reporter asked him questions that were too personal for him. A Channel 4 News reporter was supposed to stick to questions strictly on his new movie, Avengers: Age of Ultron, when he started to dig about Robert's past drinking and substance abuse. Robert literally got up and walked off, cutting off the interview. He refused to come back even on set after the reporter's apologies. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen announced that they are in fact interested in the Full House series sequel, Fuller House. John Stamos announced the exciting news on Jimmy Kimmel Live earlier this week. The twins said that the announcement was the first that they had heard of the sequel and stated they're definitely interested in going to talk to the producers about jumping in on the project. The Billboard Music Awards just announced a couple more musical guests that will play in the lineup of big musical guests. Britney Spears and Iggy Azalea will be performing a new song together. Also set to perform are artists like Nick Jonas, Kelly Clarkson, Wiz Khalifa, and Sam Smith. Chrissy Teigen will host the event live on ABC on May 17th at 8 p.m. Kylie Jenner is getting quite the heat this week again over her famous big lips. Kylie revealed on her show Keeping Up with the Kardashians that she uses a shot glass to suction her lips, allowing them to get plumper. Since then, some of Kylie's younger fans started a trend on Twitter that the Kylie Jenner challenge, where they would try the teens' trick for themselves and post the results. After doing this, most of the teens suffered from disformation, redness, bruising, and even nerve damage to the lips. Kylie responded by saying that she is encouraging young girls to experiment with their looks. And finally, Jessa Duggar announced that she is pregnant. Earlier this week, the 22-year-old announced she will be due on November 1st on their wedding anniversary. The couple has only been married for a few short months, but is eager to start building a big family just like Jessa's famous family of 21. Coming up on the Cal calendar, CalU's Department of Theater and Dance closes its 2015 spring season with 4 performances of the musical Urinetown on Thursday, April 23rd through Saturday, April 25th in the Steele Hall Main Stage Theater. Showtimes will be at 2 and 8 p.m. CalU students pay 50 cents with a Cal card plus a $5 deposit that is refunded at the show. For all other guests, the cost is $12. This Sunday, the 26th, will be CalU's orchestra performance. Come watch the musical talent of this year's students. The performance is at 3 and goes till 4:30 p.m. in the Gallagher Recital Hall. This week, playing in the Vulcan Theater is American Sniper. U.S. Navy SEAL Chris Kyle takes his sole mission project to his comrades to heart and becomes one of the most lethal snipers in American history. His pinpoint accuracy not only saves countless lives, but also makes him a prime target of insurgents. Despite grave danger and his struggle to be a good husband and father to his family back in the States, Kyle serves 4 tours of duty in Iraq. However, when he finally returns home, he finds that he cannot leave the war behind. Showtimes are 4, 8, and 11 on select dates. You guys, a Full House sequel, Fuller House. I'm so excited. I hope everybody comes back. I think it's going to be great. I think this is the best thing they could have brought back.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be on Netflix only, so if you don't have a Netflix subscription, you better get one, because I didn't religiously watch Full House like a lot of people did in the early 90s, but I definitely watched a lot of those episodes. It was a great show, a lot of laughs. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, though, being older, it's going to be a lot different than seeing them when they were so little.
Yeah.
That's a good point, because obviously when they were little, they were identical. Now they kind of have their own unique look and everything. I wonder how they're going to be able to be the same character. I don't know. But I'm so excited. I absolutely love Full House. This couldn't have been a better surprise hearing from John Stamos.
And it was definitely smart for them to do it only on Netflix. I'm sure that's going to boost people getting subscriptions and stuff. So I'm so excited.
Thanks, Haley. When we return, Matt Hagee has your sports report. Stay tuned.
One decision, endless possibilities. California University of Pennsylvania opens your mind to more than 130 programs of study. Programs that matter to education, to healthcare, to technology, to the future of our world. California University of Pennsylvania, because the world is waiting for you.
Visit or apply online. calu.edu.
Save preset 1 for CalU's best music. More music in the car, more music in the door, more music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation, playing CalU's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
Stay connected with CUTV. Subscribe to us on YouTube for new videos. Follow us on Twitter for status updates. Like us on Facebook for updates, videos, and more. CUTV social media. Get connected, stay connected.
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Matt Higgy with your sports report. The California Vulcans football team still has a few months to go before their next season starts. While the spring is considered the off-season, the team every year still uses the spring as the beginning preparations for the fall. For college football teams, the spring is used as the start of a brand new season. Even though the season starts 5 months later in September, the California Vulcans football team is already at work to prepare for the upcoming season.
The kids really worked hard this winter. We had a very good Bobby Sapezi and Phil Batabla do a nice job with our winter strength and conditioning program, and we came into spring, season in pretty good physical condition. And, the difference between this spring and the spring a year ago is you're looking at a veteran-laden team now. I mean, a lot of these kids, that class we signed 2 years ago of 30-some freshmen are now going into their junior year, and a lot of them into their redshirt sophomore year. So I'm pleased with where we're at. I'm going to Coach speak here a little bit and tell you that if this is where we're at, come the fall, then we're not going to have a great football team. We need to keep improving. Guys need to keep stepping up, and then we've got a chance to have a really good football team.
This spring has seen an emergence at running back after a couple of seasons with using multiple running backs at a single time.
I'm really pleased offensively with the way our backs have grown. Nick Grissom has went from being a co-starter or a situational guy to really a guy who I think can compete for all league. He's got to stay healthy, and he's kind of fought that his first 2 years. But if he does, I think he's as good a back as there is in this conference. And then John Franklin. John Franklin has came into the kid who we recruited. His first year when we redshirted him, he was kind of lethargic at times in practice. Last year he was much, much better. Kind of midway through the year, it really hit him on what he needed his work ethic to be. And this spring, he's been great for us. He's even emerging as one of the offensive leaders. So from an offensive standpoint, I'm pleased there.
The culmination of spring practice ends with the red and black game. The scrimmage splits up the team and allows players to showcase their talents while welcoming in new recruits and welcoming back alumni.
We'll have 4 12-minute running quarters so that we don't get too many reps. But at halftime of the spring game, we have the alums who show up walk and get introduced with the 2015 signees. So I think there's going to probably somewhere between 10 or 12 of the signees will be back for that. We'll introduce them with the alums, and as a Cal Vulcan fan, you kind of get to see the present team with the past teams introducing the future teams. So it's that's the only time of the year that happens. The rest of the time it's ball games that count. It should be a special Saturday. It's a day we're excited about.
Over the recent weeks, we have taken a look at the local high school baseball and softball teams' seasons in the Cal-U area. One of those teams we focused on was the California High School Trojans. The Trojans are ranked first in Single A and in the WPIAL this season and have built a winning tradition for years. This week I went down to Cal High to take a look at the baseball team's success. The California High School baseball team has built themselves into one of the more premier programs in the Vaughn Valley. Every season, the Trojans are always seen contending for section, WPIAL, and state titles.
We start a program here in October every year, and we're going from October till June every single year, and that's what it takes. You know, that's what it takes to continue to be at this level, and that's hopefully what we're going to continue to do for the years to come.
We're out here working hard almost every single day. We got a bunch of guys coming up. Coach D'Amico and Coach Neal helped us out a lot over the fall and the winter, and we had a good turnout for that. And we got a lot of young guys that are really stepping up this year.
After losing to Mount Pleasant, the Trojans have won 6 straight games by wide margins. While losing was a down point, it has only motivated this team even more.
Offensively, we've been really hitting the ball really well. We lost on a Thursday a couple weeks ago, and we responded by playing Brownsville at Console, and it was probably the best team we played all year, and we came out and beat them 15-0. So that just told you about this team's character and what they're willing to do, and just the fight and desire that they have.
With the season winding down, Cal High now sets their sights on defending their section and WPIAL titles and also competing for that elusive first state championship.
Just got to keep working harder day in, day out, and when we play the way we know how to play, it'll work. Both the younger guys and the older guys push each other. We all help push each other harder. I think it's what makes everybody better.
We're not looking at anything else right now but winning the section. We have, we're 5-0 in the section. We still have 5 left, and this is baseball. Anything can happen. So right now we're just looking at our next day, which is tomorrow at Carmichael's, and we're looking to get that win and hopefully get that section title this year.
After a somewhat tough week, the California Vulcans softball team has responded to losing 3 out of 4 with a 7-game winning streak. After sweeping rival IUP over the weekend, the Vulcans traveled up to Erie on Tuesday to face off against the Mercyhurst Lakers. California continued their rise back to the top with a road sweep against the Lakers. In the first game, Cal was led by a dominant pitching performance from Alex Sagal, who struck out 11 while throwing a complete game, allowing only 1 run. It was a balanced offensive performance as the Vulcans got RBI contributions from 5 different players. In Game 2, the score was closer, but Cal completed the sweep over Mercyhurst with a 4-3 win. Freshman Jacqueline Fowler hit a 2-run home run to give Cal the lead for good and helped give Megan Uhr her 9th win of the season. Now the Vulcans look to tomorrow as they have a chance to take back the PSAC West when they face off against the first place Gannon Golden Knights at Rodman Park, with the first game set for 2:30. The final weekend of the PSAC baseball regular season is upon us, and currently the California Vulcans baseball team occupies the last playoff spot coming out of the PSAC West. Before the Vulcans begin this do-or-die weekend, they had a non-league conference doubleheader tune-up against West Liberty. A balanced combination of offense and pitching led the Vulcans to an easy Game 1 win over the Hilltoppers by a score of 8-2. Matt Peters went perfect at the plate with 3 RBIs and was complimented by Danny McGrath, who scored 3 runs while collecting an RBI with 2 hits. Lucas Cox earned his first win of the season, going 5 innings, striking out 5 and allowing just 2 runs. Game 2 brought a more familiar score that we have seen most of the season, as Cal broke out the bats and got just enough pitching to complete the sweep over the Hilltoppers with an 11-7 victory. David Marcus had a monster game at the plate, hitting 2 home runs while scoring 3 runs and driving in 7 RBIs. Along with Marcus, McGrath and Peters helped pace the offense, driving in runs while both collecting 2 hits. Luke Burton picked up his 2nd win of the season, going 5 innings while allowing only 1 run. Now the Vulcans set their sights on returning to the PSAC playoffs as they will face the last place Clarion Golden Eagles for 4 games this weekend. Tomorrow they will play the first doubleheader at Consol Energy Park in Washington starting at 1, and on Saturday they will be at Clarion with the doubleheader also starting at 1 p.m. And guys, another Cal team that no one really talks about, but they've been really well over the past couple of years, the Cal tennis team, their 11th straight PSAC West divisional title. They are now in the semifinals, which they could win the PSAC tournament this weekend and extend their streak in that too.
Right, and that's great. I mean, they're obviously very consistent, and really what more could you ask for?
Yeah, just because it's one of those teams that we don't talk about a lot or don't get to cover does not mean that they're not good. Try your best to be able to go out and see this team if you can, because they have been historically one of the better ones here at Cal, and it's good to see them fighting for another PSAC championship.
And it's just right up in the Rodman Park there, right by the softball fields. Pablo Montana doing an excellent job with the program every single year.
Thanks, Matt.
Well, before we go, we have to say a message to our graduating seniors, Santina and Haley, who's off screen. That includes yourself as well as some of our others on crew. And we just want to say thank you, and your time here at CUTV has been great.
I know, I'm so sad. I really can't believe that I won't be on desk for CUTV anymore, but I honestly can't say how much I appreciate this experience and how much I've enjoyed it through and through, and I just can't believe it's over.
Like I said, again, for yourself, Haley, Kat, and Steve on crew behind the set, thank you, and good luck in your future.
Thanks.
As that will do it for this week's edition of Newscenter.
Be sure to check out our YouTube channel at CUTV Newscenter.
Thank you for watching, and have a great summer break.